Hello, everyone. There's always one, isn't there, that forgets their dice.
But today it's
me.
me because I have no
Hi,
idea
I'm
where mine
Carmen,
are.
it's me.
And this is why you have your dice on your desk. You can never lose them if they're there.
My room is a 2x2. Basically, my entire room is my desk.
I can say that is true. I barely fit in there.
And I found my dice. They were here the entire time.
I hope everyone's having a good evening / morning / whatever time zone you're in. I suppose I should start us all off by introducing ourselves, and I will go first. My name is Hedge. Not for much longer, but it still is now. I use they, them pronouns, and I have the honor and pleasure and delight of being the storyteller for this wonderful campaign. You can find me most places at Hedgehog UK. Again, not for much longer. I haven't worked out a new username yet. It's all a work in progress, and I haven't figured it out yet, but I will. And it still feels very weird and new. Only thing from me is if you are looking for a new campaign, if you are looking for a new game to join, we are looking for people to join our Fabula Ultima campaign starting in June. There's a casting call out on our socials. It's a very Final Fantasy, early Final Fantasy, not like 7, 13, 15. It's like 1 to 6 inspired campaign. Yeah, a wonderful JR. Was it what do we call it on the thingy? A JTTRPG. Was it TTJRPG? I can't remember where we put the J. But yeah, it's if you like over the top kind of not quite anime but almost. Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting campaign. Yeah, that's it for me. I'm going to let everyone introduce themselves, and I'm going to start with Rice. Because they're busy.
Hi, hello. I'm Rice Cakes, Daishi pronouns. Today I'm playing the unluckiest boy, Nemo. Him pronouns. I'm looking down because I'm drawing him. Like, I'm like, what can I say about Nemo? I have his face right in front of me. What the fuck? Yeah. Happy to be here. Find me at the original Ores on Twitter. Oh god, I don't know what the fuck happened there. Sorry, something got stuck in my throat, I think. And Blue Sky, and I now use Threads as well for some reason. I don't know. I was just like, hey, I know some people who use Threads to show their art. Why not show my art there as well? So you can find that if you go to Instagram and do underline, just underline. What is underline? What a great name, people! Yeah, I'm so fucking good at names, right? What else do I have going on? Yeah, you can find me at Pencil Stables. I think the next stream would be Monday the 28th, where I'm playing Sprout, who's a little plant cleric, Leshy. Very fun little guy. He's adorable. Please, show little Sprout some love. I love him so much. Fuck. I don't know. What else do I have going on? I'm a fucking student at university. Jesus, I don't have much going on. Yeah, I guess that's it.
There you go. And look, if you ever need examples of Rice's art, just look down beneath me at the character switcher, because that was all done by the wonderful Rice.
Why? Thank you. Oh.
If you want to donate to my paying for art to get Rice to draw things fund, I'm always taking donations.
I'm done meme with the.
Anyway, moving on. we have Leah.
Hello, everyone. I am Leah or Chasm. She, they pronouns. Today I'll be playing Shelby Brown, who uses she, her pronouns. And she is certainly feeling some feelings at the moment. Are they good? Are they bad? No one knows. But if this upcoming house is going to be lit on fire, it's not her fault. Um, you can find me on Twitter as Leah or Small Skunk with a double K at the end, where I discuss a lot of Pokemon. Um, what else do I do besides Pokemon? I think Pokemon has just taken over my life at this point.
Yeah, I would probably agree with that sentiment.
Yeah, yeah. Outside of that, you can find me on Instagram at _musical_witch. And I don't have a lot else going on at the moment. Still in process for some things, but you'll hear that later.
Fantastico. Last but not least, we have Bard.
Hey everybody, I'm the bot with many names. You can find me basically everywhere on the internet as the bot with many names. I will be playing Felix, he, him pronouns. I use any and all pronouns. Anything you find below the couch, behind the counter, I'm taking it all and I'm going to eat it for breakfast. Our little happy plant boy who is not little, not happy, and certainly not baking anymore. And if I'm not here facing the void and screaming into it, you can find me on next Thursday last time over at House of Dreams for our Dead at Heart, our Beautiful Vampires campaign, where we have a big finale. Every other Friday, you can find me at Pamsla's Table for a wonderful game of Blades in the Dark, where I'm playing a professional rigger and the spider of the group. And end of May, I will be DMing a wonderful game for Roll for Good. And probably sometime in the summer, I'm gonna also be DMing some one-shots for Pencil's Tables. Maybe with some Sailor Moon, maybe with some other meme stuff. It's gonna be great.
Fantastico. Hopefully Agent P will be joining us later. Real life is a bitch. And sometimes you get delayed. But that was not going to stop us. So, I am going to roll the titles, and then we will jump back into what we were doing 2 weeks ago. See you in a minute. Welcome back. That was a very quick bottle put away. You could just catch it at the edge of frame. Okay, I am gonna put Leah and Rice on the spot. Who can actually remember anything about the past session?
Okay, so let's see if I remember this correctly. We got there. We started going around with Hades, Hephaestus, Athena, Nemo's dad, and the whole group. We made our way to like this I don't know what to call it, not convention, a science fair thing where we found a lot of weird shit. Uh
That's all
I I got the dumb idea to try and see if we can trick the person who made like a zeppelin to be like, hey, by the way, we're from this like science association, and if you manage to pass this test we might like recruit you and shit. I only succeeded in being charismatic, which is wow considering it's fucking Nemo we're talking about. Nemo I reveal, I guess. Then Maya and Shelby went off. Don't exactly remember. Oh, they talked with Daedalus. Daedalus told them to search for someone, I believe, if I remember correctly. And they found this. I'm so bad at remembering names. What was his name?
You look like Crowley. It was Lucas, but older.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
yeah.
actually was Crowley. It started as Crowley,
Oh,
but then I
okay.
leaned into it and was
Okay.
like, fuck yeah, I'm taking the appearance as well.
Okay. So yeah, they met with this name Crowley, who this person Crowley who was like selling wands. He was selling wands, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was selling wands. They met up with him. He led everyone down a path, which ended up taking us to like the door to a house. And when opened, we came face to face with the older versions of the main crew from like first season.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, that pretty much sums it up. I mean, yeah, we had the bit where Hades decided to eat the entire symposium's like food.
True, there was also
All
the
of the
time when
catering just
Maya was
gone.
telling, and there was the time when Maya was telling Hades off for opening too many buttons of his shirts, and he just out of spite opened another. Like, what else was there? I'm trying to think if there are any details. I
A
remember
level
like
9
in the big
fireball was
picture.
cast in a fucking glass roof.
Yeah, true,
Yeah.
that as well.
Maya tried
remember,
to
like,
give
big
Shelby
details.
counseling, and that didn't really work very well. Because Shelby
Counseling
just
never
like,
worked for Shelby, I guess.
no.
And we also
You
had
wanna talk about your feelings.
no. I forgot the Fury name, but the original Sky,
Megara.
who asked Megara, who asked Shelby out on a date, where Shelby reluctantly said, "I'll think about it."
Reluctantly.
She's
Who the
a
fuck you
Fury.
And in
Who
the
are you
background, we have just
lying
seen
to?
Felix like pouring
Shelby
drink
may be a
after drink.
hooker, but come on.
Who are you lying to? Jesus.
Yourself.
Yeah, like that was anything but reluctant.
Yeah.
I mean, some people are furries, some have a thoughts for the harpies. We listen and we don't judge.
Exactly.
I'm
Look.
judging. It's in my
We
blood.
listen-
I am Romanian.
we
I
li-
was born to judge.
We listen
You
and
see-
we don't judge out loud.
Yeah, we say we're not
That
judging.
is also
but we're
impossible. I'm
judging.
Romanian. If you ever go to Romania down the street, the first thing you see is like this bench put between two houses, and there's like two old ladies sitting there eating sunflower seeds. And when someone passes, you just hear them like loudly judge everything about you from head to toe, and then go psychological despite not knowing you. And you're sitting there like, "Excuse me, I did." I mean, can you see on my face that I have like issues? What the fuck? Why? Soromona!
Okay.
Bye! Like,
Rice, Leah, take an adversity token each.
oh wow.
Bard,
I did no
take
effort for
take
that.
two.
For what?
Wow.
For
For
coming
what?
back.
For not dying from a cold.
Exactly, yeah. For beating
Yippee!
illness. That's adversity,
Being
right?
the what?
I guess.
Exactly. You know. So yes, this door, Lucas opens this door, and you see sitting around this kind of like coffee table, on like a sofa and a chair, these older versions of Maya, Shelby, Felix, and Penny. Older Maya gets up first, doesn't realize that you're there, and is like, goes to Lucas, is like, you're back early, and why aren't you wearing your glasses? Oh, hello. This is awkward.
What?
Oh, honey, we've been through a lot.
Uh,
Trust me, that's not the weirdest thing we've seen all week.
Okay. Okay. You sort of see, hands up, just walks back to the sofa and sits down.
And in the background, you see like adult Felix just and sipping on a cocktail.
Yeah, just Felix just saying nothing and just sort of casually sitting there. What does adult Shelby look like?
all right. So I decided not to go for the male version this time. And I have two options. Were they adapted to this world?
Slightly.
All right. So,
If you want to be.
you know how in those detective movies with like old school, like the Western detectives with the monocles and the suits and shit? That's what Shelby's wearing. Like a full-on three-piece suit, monocle on the side, even though she doesn't need glasses. She just has it all. And she will have a pipe in her mouth, like one of those older pipes. And in terms of her hair color, it would be a little bit more straying away from the bold colors that she had in season 1, where it was pastel pink. And it's a little bit more a mixture between brown and blonde. And you could see on her face she's not malnourished, but she clearly has not been eating all that much. But yeah, she's like those Western detectives, but instead of where they used to be a little bit more bigger in size, she's like the polar opposite.
Fair enough. You see Lucas kind of laughs nervously, trying to like break the tension a little bit. So, how would you get here? Like, Elvis, like, you shouldn't be here.
Well, we didn't try to get here. It's just our train broke. We tried to get to the underworld. And now we're here.
Okay. Transportation mix up. Oh,
Yeah.
okay. So I'm guessing you're trying to get over to the Red Mountains and go to the other station.
Yeah. Still need to go to the underworld.
Why do you need to go to the under? Do you know what? I am not going to ask.
Have you
This is-
seen who we're walking with?
And
My guy.
I-
We're a taxi.
and-
We're just the
Okay.
entourage.
Okay. Okay. And who's the who's the guy playing royal dress up? But like you can sort of see Lucas like pointing over to Nemo.
Nemo just kind of sitting there like, oh, I was not expecting to be in this equation. I thought I would kind of sit in the back and let people speak. And he's kind of looking around like, oh shit. He doesn't exactly know what to say, and he just kind of gives like a small wave, like, don't mind me. I'm just you do you. Uh,
Part of the taxi, then I assume.
yeah, sort of. Yeah.
Okay. I was about to say I assume you have many questions. Or is this where you just look at me blankly?
See, there's plenty of questions to be asked here. Which questions, when, how, and whether you have the answers, I don't know.
Well, we can try, although we could just have some tea while we do it. Maybe.
I mean,
If you like
Sure.
hot dry. I don't know what the favorite drink is where you're from now. I don't know if it's changed. But
I mean, anything will do. We just arrived here, and we just want to drink.
I can do tea. And so I see Lucas who like potters away. Comes back a couple moments later with some hot cups of what looks like chamomile tea. And sort of leaves them on the coffee table. Your your elder versions of yourselves are just kind of just as nervously as you are. Just like not saying anything. Until Lucas comes back, puts the tray down, and sits back on the sofa. And it's like, right. I know this is awkward. And a bit weird. But to make a clarification, we are not you from the future.
Yeah, I would not have worn that suit.
Yeah, no, Shelby, you've got way too much class for that.
What is older Shelby? Does she still have that sass and that bite back, or has she got a bit more timid with age?
She's gone a bit more timid, but she's still sassy. She has a little bit toned down her sass as she learned that it's not going to help her out.
She just looks up, like looks at her suit, like looks at what you're wearing now, Shelby. It's like, well, at least I blend in.
At least I look good.
Wait till your mid-20s, then things start to change.
Excuse
Okay
you.
then. Okay then.
Excuse me.
Weren't able to age with swag, so you try to age with style. Is that what we're going here?
No, it's just, you know, those round those pointy edges will start rounding off eventually. She'll understand.
Shelby,
So
is
you're
this
not
already
the
negative
future
tech?
versions of ourselves.
Yeah.
No, it's fine. You're not the future versions of ourselves, so what are you?
Okay, so that's been the complicated bit. It's also like older Maya gets up. Um, from what we can tell, every time Carlisle reversed back time, it didn't actually rewind time. It created a new fabric of reality. So in effect, there's like 12 parallel versions of everything. Now, some of those like parallel lines have started to break down. And when ours broke down, we ended up, rather than just ceasing to exist, fell through a hole and plop arrived here. Which is really weird, because it technically
Why
means we
Elvis
don't
of all
belong.
places?
Don't know. It was just here. I mean, we were what? We were 21
Wait,
when we arrived?
do you have the book, Shelby?
Shelby goes under the sofa and pulls out the original version of the book you had all the way back in season 1. And sort of like hugs it against her chest. Like, yes, I still have the book. I haven't spoken in a long time.
Ha! Mine is better. And she will just open it.
It's literally not a contest. No one
See-
said it was a contest. You're making it a contest. Was I
I
that
know.
insufferable?
I know, but open your yes. Open your book, Shelby.
Shelby wants to laugh at that, but tries to keep a straight face and then opens her book.
Okay. This is the point where both of us ask the same thing to Daedalus at the same time, and we see who gets the response first.
Okay, what are we going to ask?
What the fuck?
Okay, on 3?
Yes.
Okay.
3.
Yep.
And then she already does it.
What the fuck? And what the fuck? While looking at you, Shelby, and then looking at the book. You, Shelby, your book comes back almost immediately. With just the words.
I win.
With just the words "da fuck" in with lots of question marks on the page. Shelby's book does nothing. The older Shelby's book just stays blank.
Huh.
It hasn't done anything for
I guess that
very...
Daedalus doesn't exist anymore.
That's kind of the running theory
Closest the
we have.
book.
How did you get yours so colourful? Like the design...
See, it's not going to be my first visit to the underworld.
Oh, so hang on a minute. Yes, we've all done different things. Because in every one of the 12 realities, we all did something different. So
Yes.
when did... Okay. How old are you?
I'm 18.
Okay, so you haven't... And you sort of see Shelby goes to say something, and then Maya's like...
Shelby, go ahead. Say it.
No.
Yeah,
no.
please.
No, Maya's like hands out. It's like, no, we can't talk about events that have not happened yet because it may influence them to do those
But
things.
we saved the world twice already.
Shelby laughs a bit. I was going to say, so you haven't killed Amanda yet?
I wish I did. I only made her.
Oh,
6 years old.
we're gonna. Great.
Maya just sighs like, no, not us. And then she just points at Shelby.
Oh, you're gonna get back at
Which
her for the
Shelby?
Hello Kitty.
Hold on.
She points at older Shelby.
Okay.
And she's older Shelby is a sort of like, yeah, most wanted witch in all of North America.
Well, then you did something wrong.
Damn, girl.
But no,
If you already...
we can't. It would be very bad form for us to try and influence events outside of our own sphere.
Fair enough, I guess. So, wait. How old were you when you got sent into this hole?
It was what? Sort of see like Lucas gets up, gets a calendar out the drawer. And is like, technically it depends, because remember, time differs. If we're counting Earth years, then we've been here for about 18 or so years. However, if we're counting it by sort of parallel years and like how travel and that works, it's a little bit longer. Hence why some of us, like points to Shelby, like have adapted to our new reality, and some of us, points to Felix, is holding on to whatever remnants of our old reality are.
In the background, old Felix gonna be like, yeah, fuck you too.
Like I said, it's complicated.
I get that. Okay. Other thing though, how much have you done in this world? Because we just arrived here, but if you've been here for such a long time, wouldn't it have been weird for the people in the village to have seen a younger version of you running around? Well, I guess. Huh.
I think you're overcomplicating it, Shelby.
Maybe. I mean, but what have you been doing here?
Spent a couple years moping. Then figured that we might as well make ourselves useful. So we run a kind of adventuring business.
Adventuring business, okay.
Well, here's the thing. Carlisle, like, flipping reality over like sheets of toilet paper over and over and over again, has meant that it's kind of damaged the fabric of Elvis. So every now and again, these sort of like, we call them astral scars or astral tears, appear. And they're super scary, and the populace get very scared of them. So we sort of come in and we close the breach and, you know, travel the world, I guess. And when we're not doing that, Lucas is.
So you learned how to fix realities? Yeah, Lucas is always scamming. It's fine. You have learned.
Shelby
to fix reality.
Holds up her hand, and there's that same sort of like orange reality magic you have just swirls around her hand. It's the only magic here that works. Well, from our magic anyway. Maya's been trying to learn how to use like the what we call local magic, with varying degrees of success. But yes, we can use reality mending magic to mend the scars of reality and stop all the other various parallel versions of ourselves from seeping through.
So, while you are being able to fix whole reality scars, I can't even fix a train wheel.
Dude, what can I say? I'm just built different.
Fuck you too.
We've both thought about it. To see, you sort of see older Felix just sort of like sitting back in the chair, sort of not giving two shits about all of this. Sort of looks over to younger Felix. What does older Felix think about younger Felix and vice versa?
Older Felix thinks about younger Felix. Oh, how cute. He's still got hope. And on the other side, he's like desperate. And it hurts to see his younger self because, oh shit, I still had hope. Things could have gone differently. I could have been a better person. And younger Felix is still fucking done with all of this. And seeing his older self looking like a deadbeat dad is just like, yeah, okay, it's just another Tuesday, I guess. Shoving away the pain really, really far away. And we of course don't know how Felix ended up looking like that if he keeps shoving away the pain.
Yeah, just constant putting it away. Never really dealing with it. Sort of see Elder Maya sits up, goes to pat older Felix on the shoulder, upon which just immediately rolls it out of the way. And then she sort of goes, okay. You need to get to the Red Mountains, right? Because you need to get out of here. Because you can't really do your whole saving the world thing twice if, you're here. Which, by the way, what's it like to save the world twice? Because we only ever did it once.
It's complicated. I mean, a relationship with the Furies.
Oh,
No.
Now.
No. Shelby, your relationship with the Furies.
My relationship.
What do you mean your relationship with the Furies is different? We killed them.
Don't worry about it.
Once.
It's a whole thing. Underworld Nyx, I get kidnapped by someone portraying as a sexy vampire, and it's a whole thing. Don't worry about it. Should think about it a bit though. Vampires are hot.
I feel like Nemo at this moment is like just very awkwardly sweating in a corner. I'm like, holy fuck, what is happening? Should I like go outside? He's like looking at the door, like, should I like go outside? Am I supposed to be listening in on this? Like, this feels awfully personal.
You see older Maya like look up, be like, okay, we can help you get there.
Oh, how?
Like,
It's on the other side of the world.
we have an airship.
Do you have your own airship?
How else
Okay,
are we
hell
gonna get
yeah.
around?
Good point. I thought you would just travel for days and days and days and days just to
We
find
did.
one of these fabrics.
We
I mean,
did. We did to start with. It was very boring. Travel by horse and carriage is fun the first time you do it. It gets very boring after like the 15th or 16th time you're doing it. And very uncomfortable. And as much
fair enough.
Yeah, as much as we would like to invent the car, and like bring it here, we think, you know, Earth might get a little suspicious if we suddenly started giving Elvis like nuclear power and internet and, you know, like that kind of shit.
I mean, without
Oh,
And
there we go. Oh,
Pairing
come back. Oh, what? Hang on. Let me refresh. It's all right. Give me a second. It's the. Hang on. What is the overlay doing? The overlay kept you frozen and then has now removed you entirely. If I give me a second, I can refresh them. Yeah, Shelby decides that
Here's your
they've had
hotbox
enough.
distance.
Just try dipping in and out for me. Oh, hang on, no,
yes.
there we go.
Oh.
It took a minute, but it's reappeared. There we go. Okay.
It fixed itself. Let's go.
Yes. So anyway, as you were, we got to well, and then it just all cut off.
Well, Albus would have been destroyed by reality shattering anyway. There should be some compensation on your end. I mean, in a way, you're saving this world. We're saving ours. You're saving this one.
I guess that's one way of looking at it. But no, we can take you to the Red Mountains. That's not a problem. Like we can fly there. I mean, we've got a detour along the way because there is a scar we need to close. But you can just be passengers. As long as you don't interrupt Felix when he's flying.
I'm gonna leave that one to Felix.
I'm the one doing. Of course, I'm the one who's doing the flying. I'm also the one with the car.
I don't think you would want me at the wheel. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Sort of see older Shelby like look over at Nemo. He's like, "Are you okay? Are you sure you're okay?"
It's been a day.
He's been through some stuff.
You don't have to put it that bad. I mean, it's not the end of the world. I mean, it is, and
Nemo,
it's also
no,
inside me. But like,
it is.
it
is. It is fine. It's
listen,
fine. You're good.
It's a bit hard to cope with the fact that there's a weird thing inside of me that could probably explode, and just
I mean, you're connected to Carlisle anyway, in a way. It's fine. If anything happens to you, it happens to Carlisle.
That doesn't make it it better. That just means there's more casualties, and I don't.
Okay, Nemo, think about it this way. As long as we keep Carlisle safe, you should be fine as well. You're good. Just don't sit behind the wheel.
I'm more worried about the people around me, honestly. I mean, it's not.
Nemo, we've been fine so far. Just
Okay.
enjoy the ride.
Everything is fine. See, Lucas goes to put on his glasses again that hide his silver eyes. Well, I need to go and pack up the stall because, didn't get a chance to really sell any wands because, people ratted me out.
You're welcome.
It's fine. But anyway, I am going to go pack up. Do you want me to go round and round up the rest of your menagerie?
That would be nice.
Okay. Meet us at the top of those stairs in like 10 minutes. Try not to kill each other.
We'll be fine. Lucas will be fine.
I'm just worried about you two Shelbys like getting into something.
Oh no, I have gossip to tell her.
Okay. You just see Lucas like, nope, that's it. I don't need to know this. And walks out. Leaving you all alone. Oh. Yes, there we go. Lucas runs off. What is the gossip, pray tell, that you want to give older Shelby?
Shelby, vampires are in Elvis, right?
Yes, there are vampires in Elvis.
Have you had any love interest yet?
That's a very... No.
It's a very direct question, but I care about it. I care about you. She says with like a slight hint of not the test or competitiveness behind it at all.
Are you suggesting I try and get with a vampire?
Yes.
I don't know. I mean, I can remember vampires back on Earth. They were a bit different from vampires in Elvis.
I don't know, man.
Look,
just do your thing.
you said you were taking the Furies back to the underworld?
Yeah, they're under Nyx's control now, and one of them tried to date me, or well, use it as a mask to get me to the underworld, and then a whole thing happened, and then he asked me on a date. And you know what? I'm debating on if I should do it or not, but she's hot as a vampire, and I just need help figuring this out, honestly.
Look, my only advice would be, who cares if they're a vampire or a demon or one of your former arch nemesis? If you find them attractive, then you find them attractive, right?
I guess you would think about this differently because you're from another. Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, you only live once. Who cares if a relationship goes down in flames?
I mean, my version of myself only lives once. I mean, you make another. If I'm not successful, you can be successful.
Don't try and insinuate there are 12 different versions of Shelby all trying out 12 different dating combinations.
I mean, one of them was male, so they have more options. Fuck if I know.
Okay, look. I spent a lot of my teenage years just being a pastel goth basic bitch, okay? And that was fun for like the first 2 months, but then it kind of became a look and a thing, and I couldn't shake it off. I spent most of my 20s
And then a man
having
that calls you a
midlife
Hello
crisis.
Kitty, and it was like, yeah, I get it.
Look, there's only so
I've
much
been
Hello
called a
Kitty
budget
merch
Hello
you can buy.
Kitty.
There's a
Valid.
limit. There's a limit to the amount of Hello Kitty you can buy before it becomes a problem.
But we don't have problems, we have challenges.
I forgot how insufferable I used to be. Look, all I'm saying is, give it a chance. It may be crazy. It may be wild. It may be the best thing you ever did. Maybe the worst thing you ever did. But you don't know till you do it.
Okay, so I'm gonna do her.
And I mean, if that's what you want,
Okay.
I can give you the whole talk thing if you like. I do have experience now.
I think I'm good on that part, honestly. The amount of things I've seen on the internet is fine. One last question though.
Mm-hmm.
Since we all experience different things, how did you get your reality magic?
Oh, I got my reality magic when I accidentally stepped into I think we called it a confluence that Carlisle had ripped open.
I see.
Um,
Okay.
Carlisle was ripping up reality to start a new refresh, and I pushed him out of the way and stood in it myself and got exposed to a whole bunch of reality nonsense. I actually saw all the previous 9 versions of him and myself, and all of Maya's and all of
Yeah,
Felix's. It felt very
and
weird.
all of Penny's, and
And all and all
yeah,
of the Amandas, all of the everyone's. I lived everyone's life like 9 times over. It was very weird.
yeah, yeah. It is weird, isn't it?
Why? How did you get yours?
Well, I don't want to say that I did almost the exact same thing, but I basically tried to fix reality, save the world, saw all of the different versions of me, Penny, Maya, Felix, Amanda, Carlisle.
Oh,
So,
okay. There are some
I mean,
constants then.
every time it was always us. It's weird.
Never understood that. Never understood why it was always us
Have you
four.
also heard that reality is a cake?
No, we
Okay, that's a new one.
no. For us, the oldest version of us was reality is like a Battenberg. Every slice is different. Every slice is the same. You can cut it up, but it's always
Okay.
the same slice.
Interesting. Cool beans. I think we have an airship to get.
Good point. Before people start running off, is there any other questions people want to ask while they're in the safety of the home?
There's nothing Nemo can ask of like
Anyone?
future. Yeah, it's like unless Nemo is approached by someone, Nemo has nothing to talk with anyone because he's just like sitting in a corner. Like I still feel like maybe I should like go outside and let people talk.
Nemo is just having this existential crisis of why is there no future Nemo?
Like yeah, Nemo. Yeah, you know what? Probably Nemo did think about that, but then he kind of assumed like, oh, maybe I didn't end up being like keeping my friends or something, and he's gonna be a little bit gloomy, like, oh,
um,
I liked having friends, oh, like he's just a little bit gloomy in the corner, and like, oh, okay, that sucks, I guess.
Cookie Coke. So nothing else then, all in all. Okay. What I'm going to say then is this is probably a good time to take a break very quickly. And then we'll move on to the actual airship because that's when things get, well, vertical, I guess. we'll be back in 5 minutes. Stretch your legs, go to the toilet, do what you need to do, take your tablets. I know I need to. And we will be back in 5. Bye. welcome back. Okay, let's jump straight back into it. After that amazing bit of gossip from Shelby, you come out and then go up the stairs onto the main deck. And this sort of deck opens up at the back of the symposium. And I think VDO is having problems. I've just watched 2 people disappear.
I was reloading to see if there we go.
No, right, there we go. It's okay. VDO, I was like, oh my god, please tell me VDO's dying.
Like see everyone.
No, that's fair enough. But no, where was I? Yeah, no. So you come out of this house onto the main deck, where greeting you is all of your. I was about to say all of your friends. Is Lucas with everyone? Festus, Hades, the Furies, Athena, Nemo's dad. You notice that Nemo's dad and Athena are kind of like embracing each other a little bit. And when they see you, Nemo, they kind of just go, oh. It's like separate apart.
Oh no.
As you do.
Oh no, there's a child. We gotta.
Hmm?
Oh no, there's a child. We have to.
Yeah, we have to behave ourselves. You see that Lucas takes you down into a that's the wrong one. One moment. There we go. Lucas sort of drags you all down towards the actual docks behind the back of the symposium. Walking past all these really expensive airships until you get to the one at the very, very far end. That is, it looks a little bit. It's a big enough airship. It's probably the size of a frigate, with a lovely, huge Zeppelin balloon above it, and 2 very big sort of side-mounted propellers. It looks a little worse for wear, whereas all the others are like well painted and like sort of lined with metals. This one looks like it could do with a new paint job. A lot of the paint's come off a bit of the wood, and some of the fittings don't look fresh. Because obviously Lucas sort of gets to it and it's like, ta-da! Look, our own ship. She's serviceable, workable, does the job. No?
Yeah, sure, buddy.
Boy, my
mean-
future must be bad if I let my car go down like that.
To be fair, repairing this thing is expensive. It's more of an
Yeah.
expense thing.
So it's baking enough to that the cookies end up in Olympus.
You see older Felix sort of like grunt out a little bit, like, your cookies got to Olympus?
My cookies got fucking everywhere. Say thank you for Maya for that.
Okay. I just baked I baked a cookie and then tried to start a bakery, but then the bakery didn't really work. It, you know, it.
And I stopped baking right now for a bit because my cookies ended up everywhere.
Maybe
If
somewhere in the middle there's a compromise.
you've never been good with kitchen magic, have you?
No, I was really good at it. It's just for some bizarre reason it just never really took off. It just you know opened a bakery. It didn't really attract customers. I'm sure the baking was good. I mean, we made we made like age infused cookies, but
You're aware that most people can't eat those, right?
well, that might explain why the bakery never
Most
worked.
people bought a cookie, took it home, ate it, and got sick. At least most mages.
Oh, so New York wasn't the best place to open a bakery then. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, now we know. And you sort of see like Felix pulls in his jacket, and just sort of walks onto the airship. As you sort of go up the wooden, the sort of like gangplank to get onto it, you can see the name, which is still on there, but it looks like it's been hand painted on. This ship is called the Tempest.
Fucking course it is.
Had to commemorate it somehow. You sort of see like everyone, all of your older versions, like get on and just start working. That they all know what jobs they've got to do. So Felix goes to the back where the huge wheel is. Maya sort of goes into the room underneath that to pull up like the astronav. Start sending like coordinates to Felix. And everyone's just kind of like doing their own thing and just sort of leaving you all on the deck. Athena like taps Nemo on his shoulder.
Yeah, Nemo turns.
Are you okay?
You
You look perturbed.
No, I mean, maybe
Like it's an existential crisis.
Well, I wouldn't call it an existential crisis. I mean, it's but I guess it has to do with the fact that technically I'm an anomaly and I wasn't supposed to like kind of exist because I'm tied up to that guy, and it's.
Who told you that?
I mean, I guess I thought about it because like I don't know.
Okay. I don't claim to be the Oracle, and I don't claim to have those kind of powers, but I do know that in other realities, you were conceived like anybody else. This is just the first time that you've crossed paths with this particular bunch. Which has proven to be interesting, shall we say.
Yeah, but like if it's the only time when it happens, I feel like, is it meant to happen? Sort of like, am I,
Every
actually...
reality goes a little bit differently. Did you know there was a reality where me and Nyx got together?
What happened with that?
you weren't born, but you know,
Huh.
it was very steamy.
I don't
I
want
won't bore
to
you with the
imagine
details.
that.
Yeah, no.
I,
You don't want
you
to think
know.
about it. It's fine. You're
Okay.
too young for that. When you're a bit older, maybe.
I'm 19.
Speak to me when you're 22. And
Okay.
just you have to like put her hands on both of your shoulders, like rotate you towards the rest of the group. And just like, there you go.
Thanks.
Good talk.
Yeah. Good talk.
Um,
Yeah, Nemo just kind of awkwardly shuffles away a little bit, like, Mom and Nick's? Oh yeah, and if uh if Felix is like in his area of vision, he's going to look to see what Felix is doing at the moment. Like, see if he's busy or.
You know this thing when you're sitting in a train and looking outside the window, mostly to not to talk to anybody, but you had left your headphones at home, so you still are in this like weird state of I can hear everything and it's way too much and I hate it, but also in this state of please nobody talk to me without a good reason.
Yeah, Nemo is going to look a little bit, kind of be like, should I do this? I feel like, but then he will like slowly approach and sit down a little bit awkwardly, kind of shuffle a little bit with like his vest as he's sitting there. And then he's going to try to ask, um, how are you doing? I feel like that's a stupid question, but thought I'd ask. Um,
Well, I have been better. Gotta tell you, I have been better, but yeah, just keep swimming, right?
I mean, you don't exactly have to just keep swimming. Sometimes it's hard to swim. I'm not exactly allowed to swim. Last time I almost drowned and killed up. Like, okay, yeah, it wasn't
And
a
killed
fun.
what?
I mean, it wasn't dead, but I did almost kind of uh kill this one guy who was going by with a boat, and it was awkward to say the least. That's not. We were talking about how you're doing. We weren't talking about my. I wouldn't call them mistakes. It's just the bad luck.
Which is not your mistake
I guess.
and not your fault.
Yeah. But yeah, no, just how you're holding up. I mean, you I'm just sitting here and looking at all of it. It feels like a lot.
Mm. It is a lot, but if I don't keep swimming, I'll drown. You said it yourself.
Yeah, but there's people to help out. I mean, that's why, when you go, you have like the guy who's, has the um safety
Do you mean the
yeah,
lifeguard?
yeah, that one.
Nemo, you're really cute. You know that.
Sorry.
You're really cute. I like you.
Well, I mean, you're, um,
It's alright.
sorry. No, it's, I never got called cute before. It's, odd, feels nice. You're nice. Uh,
Thank you.
right. I never held a conversation more than 5 minutes. I'm unsure how this is supposed to proceed.
What's your favorite flower?
Oh, that's easy. I really like sunflowers.
Why?
Well, they tend to. I like. I used to like, when they turn towards the sun, and it's where most of the birds usually go because of the sunflower seeds. And I used to, just kind of sit with the birds and the sunflower seeds, and it was nice. That probably sounds weird. Um,
No, it doesn't.
what's your favorite flower?
Dandelion.
They're nice.
I know most people see them as a weed, but I like them. You know the
I don't
meme?
think so. The menu? The dandelion?
Yeah. Where the rose says, "Oh no, the pH of the ground is 0.10 too high. I believe I must die." And the dandelion's just like, "Fuck yeah, concrete."
That's really, oh wow. I mean, it's true. I once was trying to help my grandma out into the garden, and I tried to pull out a dandelion, and I ended up tripping and falling into a bunch of roses. And she wasn't happy that I ruined her roses. They never grew back. They just kind of formed this hole around the place I fell. She wasn't happy with that.
That's actually kind of impressive.
You would be surprised.
I want to see you do that with mint, because if you think dandelions are terrible to get rid of, you've never seen mint before.
Mint.
Mint. If you ever plant mint, do it in its own secluded area, not touching any other ground. Because if you don't, it will take over your garden.
I know a lot about flowers.
Well, I am a druid. And the first time, like, I realized I got magic, like, I can't kill a plant. I don't know why I can. I can forget to, like, water them for 4 weeks and they're still happy and dandy and all is well. The first time I realized I had magic was when my parents got me, like, a fossil of a farm. It was really pretty, and I held it, and I was happy about it, but I wanted to know, like, what it looked like before it died. And what can I say? I've got a pot full of ancient fern in my room at my parents'.
At least you're not being followed around by a bunch of random birds, I guess.
No, I'm just the weirdo who talks to trees, and then goes to his teacher and says, "Hey, something's up. The tree told me."
I honestly, I did predict once that it was going to rain because I talked with the crows and no one believed me, and I ended up being the loser that brought an umbrella. And I also ended up being the loser when lightning almost struck the umbrella, but
Wanna know how we realized that the food was drugged, like, a bit ago? We dumped the chili on the ground and I asked the grass, "Yo, what's in it?"
That that is a bit funny. um,
So no.
but it's useful, right? I mean, you never got poisoned. It would suck if you weren't here and we couldn't talk. That sounded odd. I'm sorry.
I know. But that's why I don't think you're weird. Because from the outside looking in, everything I fucking do is so fucking weird.
I think it's just really cool. I couldn't do half the things you do, honestly.
And I couldn't do half the things you do.
Like trip face first on concrete over air.
Like having animals like me. The only animal that ever truly liked me is Sparky, and well, turns out Sparky isn't a real animal.
I don't think that's true. I'm sure there's animals who like you. I mean, if you want, I could just, try and bring them to you. Does that sound weird?
Would it sound weird if I told you that I would love to plant your little sunflower you can have in a pot in your room at the university?
I'd really like that.
I'd really like that too.
Yeah, I think Nemo and Felix would just keep on chatting like this. Like,
Can
talk about colors and stuff. Like, what's your favorite color? What's your favorite song? That sort of thing.
can you both give me a flight check?
Flight!
Oh no.
Oh, fuck.
That's
Technically,
Um,
Shelby will need to do one later as well, but
with magic or without?
without magic.
Oh
Without
no.
magic. Okay. I should be fine. I have a D20
Oh,
plus 1, right?
yes. My dice exploded, and with the +1, I'm at 8 plus 8 is 16. With a flight of 8.
Nice.
17?
You're both fine. You feel the engines of this thing kick in, and the airship shakes for a moment. And since none of you were prepared for it, Hades falls over. You can see a crash in the background. It's like Hades goes like backwards and hits the deck. You two are fine. You can hold on to the railing. You don't really feel anything.
I was ready to say, can I choose to
Yeah.
fail so that Nemo like
Okay, so we both do that. We both do that. All right.
I'll be honest. That's the reason why I wanted to check. I was like, if I'll set the DC. I didn't give a DC because I was like, I will just set it arbitrarily where I think I can justify saying Nemo failed. But then
I'll
Nemo
fail.
rolls higher
You know
than
what?
God.
You know what? I'll fail intentionally. It's a nat 1. Look at that. Whoa! Holy shit.
And I believe
Oh my god.
Oh
Felix
no.
spent enough time with Penny to be at least a bad actor. So when he sees that Nemo is like kind of swaying, he's like, "Oh no!"
Oh no, Felix. Nemo is falling.
Oh no! Oh no! How could this happen? This is so bad. Oh no. Yeah, I think Nemo is going to be really flustered after that. Holy shit. Yeah, Nemo was just like red in the face, like sort of trying to be like, "I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just um, that sort of."
And Felix gonna be like, "Yeah, it's alright, it's alright." But like he wouldn't let go until you like actually set up. And if you never did, it would be like, "Yeah, it's alright, it's alright. Yeah, no, it's fine, it's fine."
Oh my god.
Ugh.
I feel like a kid who has like 2 dolls and goes, "Now kiss." Just like 2 dolls. Okay, yeah, lovely.
Yeah.
This is
That's one way of ending it all. Okay. While Felix and Nemo are getting all that together. Shelby, the other side of the ship. You see Sky, aka Megara, sort of like lean against the ship next to you. Look about the whole me and the date thing. Just forget I mentioned it.
No. No. I won't forget.
Okay.
You see,
I mean that's better.
I'm still thinking about it. You know, it's not easy, but I bet it isn't for you either. But it's just, there's something weird about it, isn't it?
Something is definitely. I mean, I can't deny it's not a bit strange. Having a crush on someone who used to be your enemy.
Yeah, I mean, the whole kidnapping thing, just getting back to that. I mean, I know that you had to bring me Dunix and I had the whole talk. But was it your choice to do it in the way you did? Were you just told, hey, go around, fuck around, seduce this girl and get her to the underworld? Because from the way I'm hearing it from you, it was your choice to do it this way. And that's not a bad thing to admit.
It was.
I just want to be transparent about
No, it was my choice to do it this way. I was just asked to bring you to the underworld to see Nyx. I thought I couldn't just pop out of nowhere and be like, hey, it's me, Megara. I'm here to take you to the underworld because, well, the last time I did that, I got evaporated into tiny, tiny, gooey pieces, and
Yeah, I mean,
so I
it was
needed
also slightly other
a different
intentions,
approach.
wasn't it?
I mean, look, I got to flirt with a person that I developed a bit of a crush on, so it was kind of self-serving, but I
It's
was
not like I
just
didn't
following
enjoy it.
orders.
I know. It's just. You showed me someone different. I looked at you and I thought you were Sky. And that's who I fell in love with. That's who I had a crush on. And it doesn't mean that I cannot have a crush on you. But to develop feelings for someone, to then know that person is somewhat different, it hurts. And it's funny because sometimes I said that transformation doesn't hurt, it just stings. But it just, I don't know, Megara. I don't know how to feel about all of this.
I mean, that's perfectly valid. I mean, I did deceive you. Did try to put a stake between you and your friends.
And I understand why you did it. I mean, if you were to have shown up in just your underworld form, let's call it that, and said, "Hey, Shelby, I want you down here, and you need to talk to Nyx," I wouldn't have gone with you. I understand what you did, but look, if you wanted me to know that you developed a crush on me, and I think that's the whole thing. You didn't want me to know until afterwards. But if you wanted me to know, you should have did it as your true self. And I'm not one to forgive. You know how I am against Carlisle.
Yeah,
But
you
I'm
can
willing
hold a
to give
grudge
you a
for a
chance.
very long time.
Yeah. Yeah.
You see, she takes a step back, drops the sky disguise, um, and stands there in her demon form with both wings and the tail. Despite all that, like a very porcelain-like face, slightly contorted with a slight bit of rage. Um, Megra always looks like she's permanently angry, even when she's really happy. I mean, I'm not a vampire. And to be honest, the vampire ruse was actually, in retrospect, a terrible ruse. But it was the closest. If I'd have said mage or witch, you'd have started probing and like asking questions. So it's like that was the easiest disguise. Get close.
I know. And you did it very well. I mean, I did get to the underworld with you, after all. But
I mean, I can still make the dress. I still have the stuff for that. Everything about me now was Sky. It was me. The only thing that was different was my name and the fact that I'm not a vampire.
I know. I know. It's just it will take me some time to get used to things, and until then, just be yourself, okay?
I'll try. I just can't guarantee that your friends won't kill me first.
I'll make sure they don't. I can promise you that.
Okay. You see, Megra puts on her sky disguise again. Like I should probably wear this because if other people see me in my demon form, they
Yeah.
might panic.
Yeah, they might.
Don't know how superstitious these people are.
I don't know either. It's a whole new world to me. I mean, I haven't even been to the astral plane before. I've been there now, once.
Everything is very confusing,
It is.
and
And I still don't understand all of it,
I can't claim to understand any of it.
and that's fine. Did you know, by the way, that there's a planet named after
I'm
you?
gonna... What?
There's a planet named after you.
No.
Yeah, there is.
I always thought that the mortals named all the crap stuff after us.
Nah. I mean, it might be a bad planet. It may be a gassy planet. But
Full of
just
hot
because it's
air.
a, yeah, but just because it's different than what we're used to on Earth doesn't mean it's bad.
I mean, you're right. I should probably go check on the others.
Go do that.
Thank you
But feel
for
free.
not...
Feel free to chat anytime.
I will. I promise.
Good.
Soon enough. And
Go check on the others.
steps away. Give me that flight check.
Yeah, I'm gonna fill this one. I have a T8 in flight. That's
7. Yeah, you trip. You fall over. As the engine goes. To be fair, Megra also trips over at the same time as you. As you both sort of hit the ground. Not like that, guys.
They'll lay
Don't
down
fall in
next
that
to each
direction.
other and just look into each other's eyes and just step up and walk away.
Yeah, Megara says nothing of the whole thing and just sort of gets up and walks off. And the airship takes off. Leaving everyone to do their own little bits. You are flying. Is this the one? It's that one. You are flying quite high in the air at this point. Just below cloud cover. The big city sort of fades away to farmland, which then fades away to wilderness. Just forests, hills, creeks, rivers. No sign of civilization for, well, at least on the horizon. As you're sort of chugging along. Everyone give me either brains or grit.
Oh, my grit is a D4, so a D10 it is. Does it explode? Like, is it allowed to explode?
Yeah, it explodes.
With or without magic?
Without magic.
Then I have a 14.
I have a 17. Oh, wait, I have a +1,
17.
I think. Yeah, I have 18.
From
Rice is doing math.
Okay. You all spot it then. Yeah, no, you all spot it. Well, spot, it's not spot it, it's spot them. In the
Sky
clouds above
pirates.
you. Not yet. In the in the sky above you, you can see what look like winged silhouettes.
Even better.
Quite large, like ship-sized.
What is this treasure planet?
Wings.
What the fuck?
And
Does it have a tail and wings as
they
well?
suddenly come down. It has a tail. It does have a tail. It doesn't wink. It has a body and wings and a tail in the silhouette. And they sort of like come down from the cloud cover. You notice that both to the left and the right of you are these dragons.
Shit. Do they count as animals?
They're different colors. Like one's red. There's like a grey one.
Oh no!
Does the green one count as a plant?
Oh my god!
There's a green one.
Can I smoke the dragon?
Can I train a dragon, please? Please.
You sort of see none of the elder versions of yourselves are panicking at all. They're not even reacting to the fact that there are dragons.
I feel like Nemo is not gonna be scared, but he's going to kind of be like, "Oh my god, can I open a window to just like?"
I mean, you're on the deck. I mean, you could.
Oh
just
yeah,
fall
wait,
over the
yeah.
side.
Yeah, I want to do that if possible. I want to reach out to one.
You want to reach out to one.
Yes.
What is
Oh my god, don't tell me I have to roll.
What is your highest? What's your D20 stat?
Flight.
Give me a flight check. You can add your magic dice.
Fuck. Okay. Oh, and my magic dice. Oh, I'll be
add
fine.
your dice as well.
Okay.
I think higher than a 12.
My magic die exploded.
What are you on now? Is that the D20 die now? Magic.
2d20.
Holy shit.
Do I roll
So-
2d20s?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, wait. Now I need to do maths. Hold the fuck up.
But Edge, what would happen if we got a double nat 20 on the two nat 20s? On the 2d20s?
They technically would explode again, and at that point.
Fuck, wait, no, I need the calculator because I'm way too tired to be bothered with this.
Trust me, I'm an engineer.
Trust me, I am engineer. The numbers look really crisp, I would say. 53.
So Edge, is a 50 fucking 3 enough to tame a dragon? What do you say?
So here's the thing. So it's 12 and it's plus 20, so 32 would be a perfect success. But you've managed to get a perfect success because you got 20 over 20. Which colored dragon are you trying to attract?
Which one would you like?
I'm going to
Here,
say,
you can have a pony.
You know what? You know what? If there is a green one, I'm going to say green because of Felix.
You sort of hold your arm out to get its attention.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be clear. These are full-size dragons that are about pretty much like the length of the ship. One is not going to land on your arm. But
yeah, no, it's more
enough
like
to get its
to
attention.
put out the arm to like more so pet it on the head rather than like get it to sit on my arm. Really.
I mean, personally, it gets close enough to you. Everyone else hears this dragon not roar, but like prone,
Hmm.
Nemo, you hear it go, "Why,
I hear
hello."
what? Oh,
For some
uh,
reason, your animal whispering works in this dimension.
oh, hi, hello, sorry, I hope I wasn't bothering. It's just I've never seen a dragon before.
Never seen a. Okay, that's new. Well, hello. I'm Zor.
That is I'm Nemo. Uh, you have a really pretty color.
Really? I thought it was a bit basic and plain. And
Uh,
you see him nod his head to the chromatic colored dragon
no,
with the
I
very
think I
shiny
think it's
scales.
no, I think it's really nice.
Most humans, when they see us, kind of cower and run. Very
You
few can
don't
talk to us.
feel threatening, so I just assumed, you
No,
know.
we get bored, so we follow airships, like fly in formation with them.
Oh, actually really cute. I'm happy you did. I mean, can I is it rude to ask to like pet? Is it like offensive or like is it
You see Zor turn around mid-flight, um, and their tail kind of rests on top of the um, railing.
Oh! Nemo is going to gently pet the tail. It's like second nature to him to know like how to do it and where it would like feel best, I suppose.
I mean, Felix is still right here, right?
I guess. Yeah. I mean,
um,
I think so. Uh, I think what Nemo is going to do, he's going to ask Zor, is it okay if I like my friend pets as well? I promise I'll
go
make
for
sure
it.
he does. Yeah, and Nemo is going to take Felix's hand. This is like a little bit more of an energetic Nemo, like not as flustered because now it's like an animal in the equation, and he's going to take Felix's hand and like place it there to pet the tail. Pretty much.
Yeah, Felix is petting a grown dragon, absolutely not looking at the dragon.
Yeah, Nemo has like little like I don't know if he's it depends. How fast is the ship going? Would his hair
Not
be
very.
like
He's part. I mean, there is wind up here, so like parts of
yeah.
his hair are blowing. You can feel the birds in your hair kind of gripping onto your hair a little tighter.
Yeah, yeah, there are peaks of his eyes, I suppose, when like the wind gets a little bit like yeah, and he looks like someone just put like the fucking stars in his hands. He's really happy with getting to pet a dragon. And he's, you know what? I think he's going to do something stupid. Can I get on your back? He's going to ask the dragon.
If you think you can climb on without falling off.
Ah. Nemo kind of wakes up for a second, but he's like, I'm kidding. No, I can do this. It's fine. I mean, it's a dragon. I have to. So he's going to try and climb.
I mean, look, you got a 53 on flight. I'm not going to tell you you can't climb for this without falling off.
Yeah, I feel like this is the most balanced Nemo's been in his life. Like he just climbs up the tail with ease.
Like full on parkour.
Yeah, full on parkour, like on a tightrope sort of thing.
Question is Felix going to try and follow?
If Nemo looks back.
Nemo will look back, and I think Nemo will also offer his hand to help Felix up.
Then I would absolutely love to.
You don't have to go.
Go.
It's fine. I'm covering you under the Nemo is too good at this.
I mean, with the 53.
I can give you half of it and you'd still be successful. Yeah.
So you're basically waltzing me up the back of a dragon. Okay, yeah. That was
much,
not my
yeah.
thing, but I'm not mad.
Yeah, you both climb up to just behind the neck. But you sort of sit down where the wings don't get in the way. And you can both sort of sit. I mean, your legs, he's so wide that your legs don't dangle off the side. They're separated, but they're not like dangling yet. They haven't got all the way around.
Yeah.
And Zor's like, is that comfortable? Do you feel okay?
Yeah, no, I'm fine.
You can hold on to the scales.
Felix...
You can put your fingers in. It's fine.
Yeah,
Won't
sure.
hurt.
I mean, just I don't know who's sitting at the front. Would it be I don't know if it's Nemo or Felix, honestly.
How tall are you?
Nemo is not the tallest, honestly. I think he would be 170 something.
Yeah, okay. So they're basically the same height, but Felix is built a bit more broadly from gardening. You pulled me up, so if you pulled me up and sat down, I have to sit behind you and have to.
Yeah,
hold myself.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean, I'm not imagining Nemo as really tall. I feel like he's shorter than me. He would be shorter than me in real life. So, and I'm around 170 and a bit, so he would be like he might go towards 160 something. Like 169, 170 sort of there.
Yeah, so Nemo at the front, Felix behind, arms wrapped around Nemo's waist.
Let's go. Let's go. I'm a kid with two dolls. Like literally just like
and in the background there's just I can show you the world.
No.
From the back of a dragon.
Like Zor kicks off and like goes into full flight and starts to sort of like weave in between the other dragons who I mean, Nemo, you can understand every single one of them.
Yeah.
Who is just like, what? Who's that? What are you doing? You're always such a basic bitch, aren't you, Zor? And yeah, like sort of after weaving in between the dragons, kind of weaves around and flies over the airship. At this point, like people like Shelby and Maya have fully noticed that Nemo and Felix are now riding a dragon.
Imagine just Nemo's parents looking at Nemo as just flying a dragon with it.
Nemo's father looks petrified. Athena just has no emotional response to this at all.
Athena never has emotional response to anything.
Yes, but yeah, Shelby, you can see Nemo and Felix flying around on a dragon. Is Shelby jealous?
I feel like Shelby is near the railing, just like contemplating life, like hot vampires, hot furies. What the fuck, a dragon? Hot vampires. Hot furies.
Shelby's not going to attempt doing
Shelby's still on the floor looking into the eyes of her favorite Fury.
Just sitting on the floor looking up like, what is life? I'm going on a date with the Fury or not? It's like
what
a sprawled out like
baby.
Shelby, you can hear Lucas shout up to older Felix. It's been like, we're near Tauntley Village now. I'm pretty sure we have to start our ascent. Um,
Is that a bad thing?
no. You sort of see that like the ship starts to go up into the sort of like through the cloud cover. The dragon with Nemo and Felix goes up with them. As you go through the cloud cover, you start to see a sort of floating archipelago. Here in the sky. A sort of menagerie of floating islands. One of them in the far distance has a city on it, but the one that you are going to is a smaller one to the side that has what looks to be a very small hamlet and a forest on it. And there's like a tiny little dock there for the airship to land at. And that is where we're going to leave it. I thought the whole dragon bit would be captivating. I actually thought that some of you might go, "Oh no, dragons!" And like your D&D would kick in, like magic quickly. It's like, no, they're non-hostile. It's fine.
Lucas, where's your level 9 fireball?
Yeah, Lucas, where's your level 9 fireball? No, instead got Nemo deciding to wreck the magic dice is like
yeah, Nemo decided to tame a dragon.
While you tame a dragon, I'm gonna go tame a demon instead.
I mean, look, you could have asked Megara really nicely if Megara would use her wings to try and see if she could lift you up.
I believe the training and or taming Shelby is referring to involves a collar and a leash, if you ask me.
Yes.
That's what the After Dark stream is for.
Rise, what the fuck?
my honest reaction.
Not gonna lie. Not gonna lie, like throwing around these innuendos is so much more fun if people are actually shocked, not like, okay, yeah, Bart is just talking again.
Bart is just saying Bart things.
Bart is just saying Bart things, yeah. I mean, listen, even if I'm used to it, I still react. It's the shit I do with Steve whenever Steve drops a pearl on, like, whenever we stream together, right? Steve just drops this, like, pearls randomly, and I'm just sitting there like, huh? Where did that come from, brother? Someone was gonna die like 5 seconds ago. What do you mean you're gonna go deep?
Like, yeah, I can't do that.
I feel like, oh shit, wait. Is Steve seeing this? Steve, at first I did mean if you're seeing this like later on in the future, I love you.
We all love Steve.
Don't fire me from being an editor for Best of Stables, please. I don't want to listen.
It's fine. It's fine, right? It's fine, right? I'll offer you a job at a slightly lower contract rate.
I'm not even paid.
Anyway,
I do this out of wanting to.
We will be back next Tuesday. Hopefully, Agent P will be with us. And oh god, I just realised I have to explain this to Agent P now. What happened this session?
Oh no! There's a lot to explain.
I mean,
you go away from one session and there's romance in the air, like everywhere.
Yeah, like
you have Shelby and the Fury, Neo and Felix on the other side. It's like, oh my god.
But a very sweet episode, and I originally thought this was going to be a very chaotic episode, and slightly I honestly thought Shelby and Shelby would get into a full blown argument. And it wouldn't be pretty, but you handled it very well.
They didn't get to. Shelby was too busy checking out the Fury. I'm so gonna make this jokes now. Leah is not gonna hear the end of it.
This was not a beach
Oh.
episode. It
Oh.
was the road trip episode,
Yes.
as in we're
Yeah,
going to get
yeah,
ice cream
yeah,
together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did think. Ironically, one of the lines I had written in my notes for it didn't happen, but I was gonna have Daedalus appear and turn around and say this isn't a road trip. If you were getting all
Daedalus
too chummy,
appears on one of the dragons.
but everyone got so soppy and romantic, and it's like I can't interrupt this.
I was going to make a snarly like line towards Megara saying like the sky do be pretty, isn't it? But I wasn't gonna.
Aye.
But no, we will be back next Tuesday, where we will dive into the village of Tornley, and fix an astral scar.
Yeah, well, you go do
And-
that. I'm gonna find the nearest bed and breakfast.
Really? Because
I feel like
I thought Shelby would be there at the front, going to older Shelby, like, teach me how to do this.
Yes.
I feel like that would be the like. Isn't Shelby the only one who can do this? Question mark. Like,
Yeah, only Shelby is Shelby, the reality benders.
like what the fuck can we do? She's like the Avatar. We're like the fucking.
Bro, you just tamed the dragon. You just tamed the dragon.
Shelby's like the
My
Avatar.
fault.
Nemo
I
says
mean,
as he's
You just
riding a
rolled a
dragon.
fucking 55 to tame all the dragons. You could say, hey, look, there's a snake, and all the dragons would be like, hmm?
you just see Nemo with like a pile of dragons being like, what did I do? Stop it, Nemo, that's a predator, but we're blooping. Bloop 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 bloop.
Anyway, we'll be back next Tuesday. Until then, look after yourselves, be safe, be well, and we will see you then. Bye.